This is episode number 55 of the Unknown Games podcast. You are here. We're all here. This is the first time we've done this live, and it's honestly kind of nerve-wracking right now. I'm hoping and praying right now that all the audio is at least decently okay, and that I look into the camera when I'm talking, because that's a bad habit that I don't have. Anyways, my name is Adrian, aka NinjaTrixta, and I'm joined here with my co-host Alex, aka Root24, the man himself.
Hey, what's up? I'm the Game Duck.
Or Game Duck. I forgot your alternate title. The Game Duck.
Yeah. I should just call me that.
You should just be the Game Duck. So this is episode number 55. And thanks for joining us. If you're not here and you're joining now, this is so weird because I'm in front of a camera. Alex, help me with my intro.
Hey, what's up, homies? This is the Unknown Games podcast, episode 55. If you're just joining us live right now, don't even worry about it. You can start watching and just catch up on all the backlog. Our home is anchor.fm/UGPcast. But if you're live on Twitch right now, welcome to chat. Hope you guys have a good stay. And if you're not watching live, hope you're having a good evening or morning or whatever when checking this out later offline.
Oh, there you go. Wow, you handled that really well. I should let you do the intros from now on.
I'm fine.
Okay. Well, yeah, like you said, you can also follow us at UGP_cast on Twitch on Twitter and or Instagram. And if you don't know, we are a video games podcast. We've been going for about a year now, and we've decided to spice up the second year of the podcast by doing it live. Praise the sun. We're going to do it live.
Praise the, like, you have a Dark Souls gift.
I should just have you should just get that. It's just like,
yeah.
I can actually do it. I'm on. Okay, yeah. So
you could. I could also just find the gift, actually. Yeah.
And it just makes it so much better.
Praise the sun, Dark Souls gift. Yeah.
You'll be able to watch the replay on, of course, Twitch, and if you want to, on YouTube, because we do have a backlog over there, and then this will be here, so you'll be able to check it out. This week we've got some good news, but we're going to talk about what we've been playing first, as we always do. Alex, what have you been playing? What's been good?
Like this week, I don't think I've been playing anything, actually. I've been playing more Chrono Trigger and Yakuza 0, and that's pretty much it. Haven't been playing anything outside of those two games, because that's when I'm playing on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm trying to play more Genshin Impact, because everyone around me is like really into it. Everyone's like, oh, I'm adventure rank 30 or stuff like that.
Am I right?
Doing the end game.
Dude, am I right? Everybody is on like the next level of the adventure rank. I can't get there. I'm not gonna get there. I mean, everyone's on like 30, 36 or something like that. I'm just like, look, nah, that's not. I mean,
yeah, well, I mean, the game is fun. Like, don't get me wrong. I actually do have when I do play the game, I actually do have a fun time playing it. It scratches a very specific itch of like, I don't know. It is kind of like just a lot of questing, and then a lot of just, kind of going back and forth and advancing the story that way, which is a really good feedback loop for anyone who's really into MMOs or whatever. So I do have a fun time playing the game, but I haven't just invested the time into the game yet. So I've been meaning to get around to it, and I don't really have an excuse. It's free to play, and I have it installed on my computer. I have it installed both my computers actually, and I have it installed on my
your phone as well.
On my phone, yeah.
You can have it on your Switch. You could have it on everything.
Well, there's no Switch version yet.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they're gonna do it.
No, it's planned, but I don't know when they're. I think they must be having some kind of problem with it. I'm not sure. But yeah. So I've been playing I've been trying to get Genshin Impact, but I've been playing Chrono Trigger and Yakuza 0 pretty much on stream. I was streaming Chrono Trigger on Thursday, which is a lot of fun, but for some reason the game keeps crashing for some reason.
Really?
Yeah. It's
are you on Steam or?
Yeah, I'm playing the Steam version.
Okay.
I'm not playing the PlayStation or the whatever. Yeah.
Or
the phone.
Or the phone or the
Super Nintendo version.
Or the DS version.
Yeah.
I mean, that game has come out and everything, but yeah, that kind of sucks that it keeps crashing. So yeah, you're streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. JST. Japan Standard Time, so definitely give him
Yeah.
a check out. I guess I should put our name. Well, our names are on the screen.
No, it's
So
like literally on screen right now.
it's
Yeah, you can
literally
follow me.
on screen. Boner
Just Twitch.
Jams. Sorry. Only I can see the chat. Oh, no, you can see the
No,
chat too.
I'm actually looking in your chat now.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
just twitch.tv/ like it's just literally just down here.
It's literally down there. So thanks once again for the listeners who are joining us live. And I got to say that, honestly, Genshin Impact has been pretty. I mean, I've still seen the numbers on Twitch here in Japan. It's still up there. I mean, it's not like it's falling drastically or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I want to get more into it, but for some reason, I've been playing Hades, man. I'm still on Hades, and then the games I'm streaming too.
Well, the game's good. I mean, that's Super Giant, yeah?
Yeah, Super Giant. And
yeah.
What's kind of crazy is I didn't really think about it, but I started the year off in February playing Transistor, a Super Giant game.
But you didn't do Bastion or anything, right? You're just doing Transistor and
I did Bastion, I think maybe a year or two after it came out. I still haven't finished. I'm almost done with it. My computer crashed, so I wasn't able to finish it. So that's the only other one I need to finish. Plus, I think Pyre I never actually started, so I've got to actually start that or do it. But yeah, Hades is so good, man. It's like it quickly jumped for me to being something that I was just, you know me, I'm hating on all the games. Anything that's super popular, I hate on it. I'm just like, nah, can't be that good. And I played it and I was like, yo, this is a lot of fun. I'm not usually into roguelikes, and for the first time, I'm just like, oh, this is it's not too, I mean, there's a ton of difficulty to it, but at the same time, it treats you very well in terms of like there's a good narrative, there's a story, the voice acting. There's a lot of things that other indie roguelikes just don't add or have that in that extra production value. So for me, even though the loop is hard, going back and then getting additional story, the music is amazing, and then just trying to get to the next place to see what it looks like. Those simple things, I don't know, they just add up for me into being just an even better experience than I found other roguelikes, even though I you know, they're fun.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really played a Supergiant game. I played a little bit of Bastion, and that's it. Like I've never played the other ones, Transistor and and Hades as well.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people are playing Hades right now, especially just because it got a console release. I think it was on PC earlier, like in early access or something
access.
Like that.
Yeah, for about a year, I think it was early access.
Yeah. Now that it has a full console release, a lot of people are jumping into it for the first time, and it's kind of getting a second wind of press and like let's plays and whatever. So that's cool to see.
Yeah, it's true. And the other game that I finished, and I know that you wanted me to finish this, and you were like, "Yo, you gotta play it a second time." Freaking Undertale, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, you did your first.
I did my
first.
I did it, and I see what you mean. If Nier Automata is gonna do this to me, if Nier Automata is gonna do this crap to me, then I understand why I have to play it 1, 2, 3, or 4 times, because I got to the freaking end of Undertale, and I gotta say, like, I love every bit of Undertale. The ending, in terms of just like how the lead up to it, the music at the end is just, oh my goodness, the music is something else, and and I finally got there, beat Homeboy, because I didn't want to beat him, but he took the screen, he took the mercy option,
the mercy button, and the Asgore fight, right?
Yeah, and I was like, wait, hold up, and then he was talking about his son, and like, you know, you start putting the things together and connecting the dots, and I'm like, yo, bruh. And he's like, I just want to go back. Like, you can, you know, maybe I can be back with my wife. Maybe, you know, you can spare me and she can come back here. And
you killed her. You killed her. Yeah. So that's.
I was just like, yeah, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah. The only person I killed in the entire game is your wife, and I did not mean to. Oh man, I didn't mean
so
to.
You can, I would highly suggest that you do at least one more playthrough.
Yeah.
And Nier Automata is kind of like the same thing, kind of where it encourages you to play the game multiple times. I would say Undertale pretty much just says like, the final boss, the final boss.
Yeah, the final. That dude is something else.
It's basically just like, hey, after you beat him, like the game pretty much just says like, hey, you should play the game again, like, but don't kill anyone.
So is that the way you beat? Because I felt so bad because I didn't kill anyone. I did.
I think like the you're supposed to do at least 2 endings. So at least pacifist, no one dies, and then like normal where at least one person dies. I think that's the bare minimum. But if you
Okay.
want to get the
So
full like
so I have the
story, you go on.
normal. I have the normal
Yeah.
at least. Okay, because like
Yeah.
yo, the final boss dude, he came up and I was just like, bro, what are you doing? What is this? I can't do. No, this is impossible. This is
But at least with Nier, Nier straight up like when the credits roll on ending
Mhm.
A, it's basically just like the game is like, hey, you beat Nier, but you didn't. You should probably play again. And
okay.
then like yeah,
But what's cool about Undertale is that it didn't have to tell me anything, and I felt compelled, right? I mean, I heard people had played it more than one time. I know Ehe in the chat right now is calling me a goat killer, and it's
yeah,
just
also like a
for
wife killer,
yeah,
mom killer, yeah, whatever
you know,
all those things.
it wasn't my fault. I didn't mean to, and uh, I have to say, like, I felt compelled. I didn't understand why people had played it in the chat. They were like, yeah, I played it like 5, 10 times. Now, I might not play it that many times, of course, but I do want to go back and I want to beat that final boss. Like, I am compelled just because of what he did, and I don't know, like, I think that's something I haven't had in a game in a long time. So that speaks
Also,
to
I think
it.
Undertale is short enough for you that it
Yeah,
encourages multiple playthroughs.
yeah. Now that I
Um,
know the link, I can just
Nier
kind
is
of
a bit
close
of
through
a
it.
like a longer game.
How long is Nier? It's an action RPG, which
Yeah.
is it
But
a
I mean,
13-hour one, or is it like a
oh my
30?
god,
Is it a
it's
30
much.
hour? Is it a 30
Yeah,
hour?
I would say it's maybe four. I don't know. I think we have a couple people in chat right now, and I think everyone maybe well, at least has played near the good endings at least.
Okay.
I do believe he can jump in if he knows off the top of his head, but I do believe it's about 40 hours for like the full
But
near experience,
bro,
like
y'all asking me to play too much.
the
Y'all asking me to
credits
play too
roll.
much.
Yeah, if you just
40
do one playthrough, okay,
oh,
yeah,
20 hours each
each
playthrough.
playthrough.
Oh, okay. So about 40 hours for at least a third or half
I
of the
would say
game.
45, maybe 45 to 50 hours. Because like if you just do one ending, if you just do
Mhm.
ending A, you are severely robbing yourself of the experience. And I know you bought the game on sale,
Yeah.
but I
But
assure you, if you just quit after ending A,
look,
it would be kind of like I don't even know what it'd be like. It would be like
it,
getting halfway through a game and being like, I'm fine. Yeah,
I
it
mean,
would be like,
no. I've got to see the ending. I've got to get there. I've got to get there. So that's my stream game in
yeah.
December, I think. November, December, sometime in there. I've got to do. It's like having a McNugget without sauce, is what Ed is saying in the chat. Well, no,
Yeah.
that's still good.
Well, Nier is still good.
Oh,
So, yeah.
it's like it's still good, but it's not. It's
Yeah.
not peak potential good. It's not the
It's like
best.
not even the whole story. Like I assure you, if you just do ending A, like that is not even like the whole story. So
Okay, well, that's what I'm gonna do. And then, of course, last night I ended up playing Little Nightmares, which was a nice little fun 4-hour game. And yeah, it definitely has the spooky vibe to it, and it's a little puzzler 2D, 2.5D, I guess, similar to like a Little Big Planet, which I didn't really like the way that the planes had to kind of move in there. Like how you had to move in between the planes, like in Little Big Planet. It made walking
oh, like
across.
there's a foreground in the background.
Yeah. It made
Yeah.
walking across some things a little bit hard to line up or throwing things, but overall, I actually really enjoyed it. It was a perfect little kind of like Halloween game. That's on sale right now on PlayStation Network, $5. I think the sequel is coming out in sometime early next year, so definitely.
What's the sequel? Is like Littler Nightmares or is it like
I wish little
yeah
little
night
night
terrors? Yeah,
dude,
night paralysis, night demons.
night demons. Oh, do those exist?
I'm sure they do.
Oh man, I don't want to have any of them. No, it's just called Little Nightmares 2. I don't know if there's a subtitle or anything. Zen, welcome, my friend. Welcome to this live recording, everyone. I don't know how this is gonna sound on the actual audio version when we like welcome people.
It'll sound like a Twitch VOD.
It'll sound like a Twitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we'll figure it out as we keep doing this and kind of making it better as we go. Anything else that you've been noticing, playing or noticing or anything like that in the world of games?
No, I mean, I've been playing Yakuza 0 and Chrono Trigger on stream, and then I'm probably like, it's still October, so it's like Spooktober or whatever. I'm probably gonna take a look at some spooky games just before the month ends.
Did we talk about Phasmophobia on the
No,
podcast last
no,
week?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. So I mean, we both watched a number of streams. I think you watch more streams than I have, probably.
Not really. I mean, a lot of my streamer friends
Mm.
that I network with, they're playing it right now, so I was kind of popping it on their streams, but I haven't like watched a lot of it.
It's I don't know. I pop in on the wrong times. I don't pop in on any of the like the horror parts. So this is like the dilemma for me. Like when I watched the trailer and on stream, and I was watching and I was just like, this is actually really scary. By myself. If I have to play by myself, it's a scary game. I don't want to do it. But with friends, I have like this feeling, and everyone, like when I watch people play with friends, it's almost like really jokingly, like the horror elements kind of taken out of it. But I've still seen clips of people like get spooked. So it's something I guess I have to experience myself to see like if it really does lose any factor,
Right.
any scare factor.
Yeah, I think it's really different when you play by yourself or you play with a group of friends, and depending on how those friends like, act within the game. Because it is like I don't know, like I think it is scary and I think it does have like a spooky atmosphere.
Mhm.
But if you're with people who are joking or they're like spamming shit to the mic or they're saying dumb shit, it's not gonna make the game scary. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it's gonna feel like you're going to like a fun house, like
Yeah, with a bunch of friends.
with a
or
bunch of
something,
friends.
right?
Yeah. It's
yeah,
kind of supposed
yeah.
to be like a haunted house, but it's not. So
Exactly, because
yeah.
you just have a bunch of friends and you guys are just like, clowning around or whatever, right?
hmm
I was watching one guy play it. I was actually just watching one guy play the tutorial, and he was just by himself. And I'm like, this is kind of scary. Like he was kind of like tense, and like I was just kind of tense watching him play.
hmm
But yeah, if you have a big group, it is kind of like the courage and numbers kind of thing, like the strength and numbers kind of thing.
I mean, the ghost still kills you, or can like
Yeah, they
mess you
can
up,
kill you
right? I mean, you can't defend
depending on
against it.
depending
don't
on
know.
what the ghost is, right?
Yeah, there's a couple different types in there. I know that there's a wraith, and then I think there's a wraith, a demon, and then there's like
There's like an oni or something as well.
the Oni's
And
just
yeah, like a
just
poltergeist or
the polter-
whatever.
I just remember watching someone just on stream, and they were just like, "Can you hear me? Are you here? Hello?" I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, because
"Bruh,
the
I
game
wouldn't
the
be
game has
doing that."
like what is it like voice recognition, like you can talk to the ghost and the ghost
Oh,
will react depending on what you say.
you do that in real life too.
Yeah, so you're supposed to be like, are you here? Like give me a sign or something, give me a sign or whatever. But
Yeah,
then like
yeah.
if you're with people who are just fucking around, you could be like, what's your penis size or whatever. You can say whatever you want.
You can say anything, yeah.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. And it like if you just say stuff like that, like, oh, what are you wearing? Like it, kind of kills like the spooky mood.
That's
right?
true.
But
That's
you
true.
can
Like
say it. You can say it. Yeah.
like you have to really be in character. It's a game where similar to
yeah.
like Among Us, right? You can play Among Us really like where you're kind of telling some things that you shouldn't be telling. I think it's the same thing that happens with card games or like board games when you're not supposed to divulge all the information, but there's people who will let it slip, and you're like, no, you gotta be strict about it. You gotta play by the rules to make it just 100% that experience. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's gonna be interesting. I think. Are you gonna be streaming it next weekend?
Yeah, I'm
or is
just
it this
planning
weekend?
planning on playing with some friends. I'm probably gonna play it on the weekend or something.
Okay. Okay.
I'll let you know, or I'll tweet about it to be like, hey, I'm going live. Probably on the weekend.
It's the scariest stuff, man. Scary stuff.
Yeah,
It's
but
October.
no, I think like I'm the kind of person who would like ruin the experience by being like, hey, ghost, what do you like?
But
Are you into older guys? You know what I mean?
Are
Like,
you into older guys? But it's not a bad thing, you know what I mean? Because like that's honestly what I kind of do is like by myself watching movies or scary movies is like to calm my own nerves down, my own anxiety. You know what I mean? Like I need to like laugh or something. I'll be like, yo, bro, nah. What you doing over there, ghost? I know you over there.
yeah.
Put
Like,
up hands or something.
I'm absolutely the guy that would just like ruin the experience by like just saying dumb stuff. I don't know about you. Like, I don't know if you would just. What would you say to the ghost? Because I would be like,
I would be cursing the
wearing?
ghost. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm the cursing type. I would be like, ghost, come on, bring it. No, actually, you can go over there. Stay over there. And I always tend to stand like, look, if I'm gonna have to choose any spot in a horror game or horror movie, I'm gonna be the one who stays in the corner because there's nothing that can come through the wall.
Okay.
I hope.
So are you actually are you gonna play it? Is this something that you would be interested in playing or whatever?
This is weird because like I want to play with like a group, but then at the same time, I want to brave into the horrors of like I want to challenge myself.
Like do it by yourself.
and do it by myself. Yeah, it's weird because like I know I'm gonna be scared. I know I'm gonna be scared by myself, but it's like maybe I kind of want to do both. Is the thing like try it both ways and
Yeah,
see.
I mean, I would. I mean, if you're curious, I would maybe buy it on Steam and then try to play by yourself and get that kind of baseline experience where you're just kind of playing by yourself.
The question is though, are you gonna
And
play
then
with
see if you
lights
can.
off?
Well, I'm gonna play it like
No,
this.
I mean,
Yeah.
are you gonna like dim the lights even more?
No, because I care about being well exposed, so I'm gonna like play it like
Well
this. Yeah.
exposed. I got you. I got you. You want to be well exposed. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's how you that's how you gotta be is well exposed. So yeah, that's Phasmophobia, and I think yeah we're gonna be yeah you'll be streaming that, and then I think that's about it for I guess for what we've been playing. We did start a little bit later today just because we're trying to set some of this stuff up. So I want to move us along so that we're not here and then we like fall asleep on you and people will be like, well, where'd they go? They fell asleep. So we talked about the double cheeseburger last week.
Sure. Yeah.
Comes out Wednesday this week.
Yeah, that's in 2 days.
2 days. We're gonna get a double cheeseburger. I mean, you're gonna get one. I'll probably get one another day. Probably Friday.
I'm probably gonna like make
You're-
delivery that. I'm gonna have that delivered to my doorstep
You're getting the 6 layer. You're gonna get 6 of those
Yeah.
mugs.
No, I'm gonna
getting
see what
six
I do.
patties.
I'm
It's
gonna do
gonna
the
be-
the triple cheeseburger, and I'm gonna try to like double my meat for like 100 yen. See if they'll let me do that.
You need to take a picture of like the burger next to your face. Just see how
Sure.
tall it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it technically taller?
The burger?
Yeah, it's 6 stacks, but like
Whoa, no. Well, it's like McDonald's patty, so it's gonna be like the pathetically thin McDonald's patty just layered to
just
6, and
to 6.
and then it's gonna be like 6 patties, so they're not gonna be well stacked. Probably slide around and stuff. So
Probably. I mean, we do have double cheeseburgers here. It is on the menu, but this is a limited edition burger they're introducing at McDonald's of variations.
Yeah.
There's 3 variations. But the thing is that they are, I guess they're celebrating the double cheeseburgers like anniversary or something like that.
what
Like,
are they? I don't.
there has to be a
really?
special reason, right? It's not just, I mean, it could be because every month they literally have a different burger,
Right.
specialty, limited thing.
Sorry, don't freak out. I'm
Okay,
still
yeah, you
here.
just went
Yeah.
dark. There
There
you
we
go.
go.
So you just went dark.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Alex is gone. He phasmophobia'd me. He's gone.
Yeah. So these are the three burgers that we're going to be doing in 2 days here.
Mm-hmm,
The top one, it's just kind of a small window right now, but it's like a spicy double cheeseburger, and then like the burger that sticks out, the hami double cheese.
Yeah, it's just a wider patty for that
There's like
one.
a bigger, fatter patty, and
Yeah.
then the triple cheeseburger. So yeah, and then the double cheeseburger.
See, that doesn't make any
fries,
sense.
yeah.
The ones, the fries still. Well, I mean, we talked about this last week, so we ain't gonna harp on
Yeah,
it.
it's like
the
exhibit,
fries
right?
don't
Yeah,
make
it's like
sense.
exhibit. It's like, hey, I heard you like your double cheeseburger in your. I heard you like double cheeseburger, so we put a double cheeseburger in your double
cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the fries
Yeah.
have like this little like double cheeseburger sauce on them.
Yeah, it's like a powder.
It's a
whatever it is,
powder. Yeah, you can shake it
Yeah.
over there, and you're just like, what? You don't need that. No, you're gonna eat double cheeseburger and then have double cheeseburger fries, and I'll probably actually pay the 30 cents to try it. That's
Oh yeah,
that's
I'm
the
gonna
problem.
do
That's
it.
the
Yeah, I'm
that's the
gonna do
problem.
it, Yeah, if it's just like an extra 30 yen, 30 cents, and you get like the double cheeseburger powder,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna absolutely do that.
So it's not gonna be that spicy. Nothing here in Japan is really that spicy.
Yeah, nothing really. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got some jalapenos, but they're probably not real jalapenos. They're probably like
What do you
some.
mean real hot? Like they're fake?
They're like they're like they're
Flat or
probably
plastic,
they're gonna
with,
be
like, the
they're gonna be
plastic
like
fruit or
pickles.
whatever.
Watch them be like pickles in the shape of jalapenos, where they put
Sure.
a little Tabasco sauce over it. That's
Yeah,
going
so I'm
to
doing
effort.
that on Wednesday. I'm probably gonna do a little make a delivery and have them delivered straight to my doorstep.
Oh man. Yeah, you do that, and then I'll probably do it on Friday as my it's the weekend time, guys. Time to celebrate with a double cheeseburger. See how that tastes. But yeah, that's pretty much what we had in the first segment, the first part of the podcast. Not much going on in terms of our gaming. Well, I mean, we play a bunch of games, but we're gonna move on to the news this week, which we had a lot of. There's a lot of stuff that happened in the news this week. Number one, I want to start with Sony because. Oh, Sony. How you do this to me every time, always messing stuff up. So there was an update, 8.0 that happened last week. Did you just...
Oh, for the PS4, right?
Yeah, for the PS4. And,
Mm-hmm.
me and my friends, we downloaded it. We get on Apex. We make our party chat, which we always know. We try to make our party chat, which we always try to do. And it's like you have to invite someone to start a party chat. It used to be you could just start a party chat, right? That was it. It's fine. And you don't have to worry about it. Now you have to invite somebody, and it's really cumbersome. It takes more time. It's like now we remember. But the main thing about that update was the fact that it says all of your conversations are now going to be recorded by Sony.
I think it's for, what is it for? I think it's if you report someone for harassment.
Right. They had they had to clarify this because
Yeah.
we were all just like, what?
So it'll be for them. Oh, this guy's harassing me or whatever, and then Sony has evidence. Instead of just being like, he said, she said, or he said, or whatever, it's just like, oh, let's go to this specific party chat and then see kind of like what was being said.
What was being said.
So if you look at it that way, I think that's fine. Obviously, Sony needs to have some kind of basis to fight, these claims.
Yeah.
There's obviously the privacy concern of it, where people are like, I don't want Sony to be recording to what I'm saying, and I understand that, and I get that, and I think it's just like a matter of like the kind of person that you think of, like the person that you are.
Right.
Like if you believe in the back of your mind that like, oh, there's going to be some dude at Sony who's
just like listening.
Talking? Yeah,
let me go in there. Let me see.
And it's like, ooh, are they talking about me? Like, no, I personally don't think that that's
I don't
what
think
they're
that's
going to do.
What's going to be happening? No.
Yeah, is it a concern? Sure. Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
sure it is. Like, there's obviously the chance that a human could just be eavesdropping on you, but like, I don't know. Like, what do you think? Like, what's your take on this? Like,
so
is it a problem or?
Well, I looked at the story a little bit more because they had to come out and clarify it a little bit more in a blog post they made. So it's only recording the last 5 minutes of every chat, right? Or every chat. It's only recording 5 minutes.
Oh, it's ongoing. Like a rolling 5 minutes.
It's a rolling 5 minutes, and you have to initiate the complaint to have access to send that 5 minutes. Now, the thing is that this feature is only for PS5 users. So only PS5 users can send the report. PS4 users can't even do that. They can only report people, but they don't have access to that 5 minutes, right?
I wonder if does that mean that those rolling 5 minutes are saved locally on the hard drive, or is it's not in Sony's cloud or anything, right? It's on the hard drive.
That's what they didn't clarify. We don't know. Yeah. We don't know where it's actually saved. We assume it's probably on your console, but if that's the case, then I guess you could get it theoretically, right? I mean,
because if only PS5 users can send the last 5 minutes, I would assume that it's doing some kind of local recording, like in the same way that NVIDIA Shadowplay is always recording 15 minutes of your gameplay on PC, and so something like that.
Yeah. So that's what's happening, and for me, I just think that it stinks for PS4 users because it just made the entire process of making a party really dumb, and also the fact that it's a party. I would hope that the people you're inviting are your friends. So part of me is like, it's like you make a Discord group and everyone in there is not your friend. Like you didn't invite anyone in there, and you're just like, hey, come play a game with me. Let's talk. Like
I mean, that's a possibility.
If that's what people are doing, I mean, that's what people are doing.
Yeah.
And they just want users to be safe or know that they do have an option. The thing is that you cannot opt out of this policy. Like there is no opt out of it. It's always on.
Right.
So I think that's.
I'm curious. I'm curious to know like what the majority of like the average like consumer feels about this. Like if they if the not even me or you, just like the average dude who's just like, I like to play video games or whatever, like is that a problem for them?
I feel like it would be once they find out and then they try to turn it off and realize they can't turn it off. I think that's where the issue comes in, right?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, like this is no different than any, like, for example, virtual assistant like Alexa. I mean, I hope
don't say it. Don't say it.
No one watching has,
don't say her name.
But like Google Assistant and Siri, even, like they all do their own like local recordings. So is no different from that, I think. And those like smart home devices are so widespread.
That's true.
That at this point it's just
everything's listening to you.
Yeah,
you're gonna get caught no matter what.
Yeah, and like at this point, does it really matter, or like is this one too many?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a thing, you know, and I
See, but this doesn't personally affect me because like I actually never use the PlayStation Party Chat
no, I
like
mean,
feature. I like, never use it. I like
never.
never use Party
Look,
Chat.
so my friend was pointing out this real interesting thing, and I never thought about this. Now he uses PlayStation Network and PSN Party Chat a lot. That's how we usually communicate. And I pitched him the idea like, okay, well, you know, you can just use Discord. He's like, isn't that only PC? So we're going that level,
No,
okay?
okay, yeah.
We're
Well,
going
no,
that
it's
level.
not, but yeah.
We going that level, but
Right.
he brought up this interesting point about PlayStation 4 or 5 or well, yeah, PS4 or 5 streamers who don't use a PC but use the party chat feature as their way of playing with their audience.
So people
Which
that stream, so people
yeah.
that stream off their
Off
PS4
their PS4, right,
and
right.
do not use OBS or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which for them they do exist. The whole having to make the party the way that you have to make it now is you have to invite them to be a friend, and then you can't just. It's just a whole bunch of. It's just a hassle now.
Yeah, I don't know if this is like if this is gonna pave the way for like some kind of more widespread community feature where people like where Sony like I don't know, like imagine it's like this weird ghetto like AOL or like you know MSN like chat room or something. Right?
Yes.
Or you remember even like PlayStation Home or whatever, right? Like
Yo,
if
PlayStation Home was fire.
a lot of people enjoy PlayStation Home.
PlayStation Home was fire.
I don't
I was
blame
on
you.
PlayStation
Yeah,
Home,
sure,
bro.
right,
I was number one
right.
on that mug. Okay. Darius Stone is asking, by the way, do you think the inbuilt mic in the new DualShock might become a privacy issue?
Do you want to answer that? Like,
If it's always, I mean, it's always on.
it is always on. Yeah,
I think
technically.
there is a mute button. There is a mute button, so technically you can mute it. But if you don't mute it and you're in a party chat, then just know you're going to be recorded no matter what. And I guess in that case, I guess in some ways it's a good. Okay, this is gonna sound kind of horrible coming from me, but I like the idea that they're trying to get ahead of kind of maybe cyberbullying or harassment a little bit in a way, because they said that, you know, all these recordings, when you submit them, you can only submit I think it's 40 seconds of a recording as the main evidence, and then 10 extra seconds of like additional evidence, right? And they're going to have their teams actually listening to these conversations to make sure that it's actually something that's harassment and not just, you know, two friends screwing around and reporting each other or vice versa.
Right. Or just like or some like reverse trolling or something like that, right?
Right. So
Right.
in some ways, like with the younger generation or just in general, you know, when we're on the internet, it's really easy to just be anonymous and say whatever you want, you know. And Darius is pointing out in the chat, like a guy.
I'm agreeing with a guy named Boner Jam, yeah.
Exactly, right. And we know the story behind the name Boner Jams. He's like, I wanted to make a name that was like, you know, old school Xbox Live back in the day.
He failed. Yeah, it was like shipping X and a capital X, lowercase x, and then Boner Jam 69420. And then X, capital X, lowercase
Making
X.
it the ultimate edition right there.
Yeah, you just change your name. You're allowed one Twitch. One Twitch. Or multiple actually, not even one. You can just change your Twitch.
Just keep
name,
rolling it. Just keep rolling it. Every month it's like a new rendition of the best.
Yeah.
Of the best. So Sony's doing that. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. There hasn't been too much buzz back on the internet about it. There have been news stories, of course, and they've tried to, you know, explain it. But it is a very clumsy looking thing. But we're going to move on from that. And I guess we're going to take a small, quick, I don't know, did you check out the PS5 interface stuff that they showed?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I saw that video. Like, it looks pretty. I don't even know what I was expecting out of it. So I was like, I saw the upload. Well, I saw the video go live. And I was like, oh, PS5 UI, UX. Let's check this out. And then I was watching it, and I'm like, yeah, that's PS5, all right. That's pretty much it. I'm so blasé about it. I'm like, that is an interface for a console that I'll one day buy. You know what I mean? I'm not even like, what about you? Are you like, this is the future? This is future UX.
I mean, there are some people. So, you know, I know a person who works of course, on some games, and they were like, oh yeah, dude, there's some pretty cool stuff that they're gonna be unveiling, and I'm like, okay, what are they gonna do? Because for the longest time they kept talking about how they don't talk about it too much. They're like, their share button has been renamed the create button. And we still don't know. We still know what it is. They're still at the very end of this trailer or the thing that they showed. They're like, oh yeah, the we have more to show about the create button. I'm like, okay, wonderful. Anyways, but what they showed was I thought was actually pretty cool. The cards that were there, essentially, what I thought was the cool thing was the kind of adventures that you can kind of do. Now, this is just essentially like, I guess, a guide within the game. It's not a trophy, but you could almost consider it like the steps to getting a trophy. You know, there are little parts where, okay, I might have missed something here, and the game is literally, you know, it's telling you, okay, you can, you know, do these extra tasks in here, and that'll help you get the trophy, essentially. But on top of that, for trophies or any difficult sections in the game, they have the ability now to have picture-in-picture, which I think was on Xbox, if I remember. Xbox.
Was it?
Is this on X? Chat, help us out.
Know.
Is this an Xbox One feature, picture-in-picture? Where you can literally, it's like game FAQs basically. You can look up the trophy and then have
and
that
then see
video.
see someone do it.
Yeah.
And then like you do the same thing for the trophy.
Yeah. And so you can. Yeah. It's a nice way to help you. And Boner Gems is asking in the chat, do you think the guide is helpful to maybe a younger generation who needs help with finding things?
I don't know. I would say like if you're thinking of it from like a walkthrough point of view, like I need help just doing this thing. I'm stuck on this boss or I'm stuck on this puzzle. I would say, yeah, it's a really non-intrusive way to get help for your game without having to actually leave your game.
Yeah, and it's
like
game FAQs. It's game FAQs here. That's all I wanted.
Fine. Yeah,
I don't need a tablet next to me. That's what I'm thinking. I don't need a tablet next to me.
Yeah,
but
I think that's fine. But like, I think this is just me personally. But like, if it's gonna be like a boss strategy, I'm totally okay with that. But if it's just like how to do this trophy, like not even like how to just play the game, where it's just like how to do this trophy, I'm like, I would never do that. I personally don't even care about trophies. Like I don't know about you. I don't know if do you achievement hunt? Do you try to get trophies or?
I'm not. I don't. I tried when I was younger, I guess. But I mean, I think what I can see of what they're kind of doing is, you know, those moments in a game when it says, "Would you like a hint?"
Oh yeah, and you're like,
yeah.
Do you take those hints?
No, heck no. I'm just like, I'm like, yo, no, I don't need this hint, bro. Turn it off now. Turn it off.
Have you played MGS5 or no? Like you haven't?
No, I still haven't played it. No. Do they just give you those hints?
Yeah. So in Metal Gear Solid 5, if you die a lot, the game recommends, or not recommends, the game suggests that you equip an item called the chicken hat, where you literally.
Oh no!
It's Snake literally puts on a hat that's like a chicken head.
A chicken head.
And it makes the game easier. So it makes like, I don't know why, but like it makes Snake harder to see. It makes you take less damage or whatever. And you like the game only suggests that you put on the chicken hat when you die a lot of times in a row. I don't know a single player. I don't know a single player.
You have to admit that you're a chicken. You have to admit that you're a chicken. I like that. I like that idea. You know, it kind of, you have to like acknowledge this to yourself. But Darius is also asking, like, do you think that this is going to be something that Sony could potentially use as a way of giving us adverts? Because these do overlay over the game, or you can put them to the side and they'll play. And using this as like kind of, you know, picture-in-picture, games as a platform, as a service. What if, you know, I don't know, they showed off Sackboy. We're just going to say Media Molecule is like, hey, guys, we want you to check out Dreams. But this little advert pops up in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and it just starts
like it's an ad for Dreams.
It's an ad for Dreams while you're playing. Do you think that could happen in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. Is it? Are you asking if it's a possibility?
If it's a possibility,
yes. Yeah, it is a possibility. Like, is that something that I would want to see? Absolutely not. Like, I would not. Like, I would never want to see that.
That would be so weird. That'd be so weird.
But yeah, but you can't. I think like you can't rule it out. Is the thing. Like, if the technology exists, I mean, technically,
if the technology exists and the money is there,
the people who are in charge of that can. Technically, you know, they can kind of do whatever they want.
They can.
I would prefer them. I would prefer not to have ads in that way. Because that's like where does it end? Like where do you draw the line?
Yeah,
like
that's
what
true.
What if you're playing like a really big like story based game, or like it's a super emotional like moment, and then in the bottom right corner it's like
An
It's like
unrelated game.
save on your insurance with Geico. I'm like, you're like,
Don't worry, we've got the Allstate insurance plan for you. Dude,
yeah.
no.
Or it's
This
like
would be perfect.
someone is dying in the game, and it's like, don't be like this person. Make sure you have life insurance.
Oh man, so that's pretty much what they showed off. And they also showed off that, of course, you'll be able to take pictures in the game, and then that's where they stopped. It's like, oh, you'll be able to take pictures, and you'll be able to share them on. And Twitter was, they had Twitter there, and they didn't really go above or below to show how much difference that was. But anyways, that's pretty much the main thing. I think the UI looked pretty good. I liked how it was minimal, but I didn't like how there were the little cards. There were too many cards. I get the feeling you're going to be scrolling left for a long time eventually.
Yeah, I don't know if the UI is going to change at all. I feel like the PlayStation 4 UI is basically the same as it was at launch. Like it never really changed, right?
It's never really changed. I mean, across the XMB, they've kept that format-ish in a certain way.
Even like the PS3 like never really changed. Like but when you look at something like the Xbox 360, like we had the blades interface at first.
Oh, the blades. I forgot the blades. The blades that went over like that.
Yeah. And then we had whatever was after the blades or whatever. So yeah, Microsoft, I know they changed, but yeah.
Oh man. Well, so that was one thing that's happening. Yeah, so they haven't shown off anything with Netflix or Spotify integration, and I gotta say Sony hasn't showed off a lot of things, and neither has Microsoft in terms of what's going to be integrated, what's going to be like how you interact with the console. The only thing we know about is, hey, your load times are better, and you can suspend a game, and this is how you do your achievements and your trophy hunting or whatever, that kind of thing. The party chat thing where you can share play on PSN and also do the whole picture-in-picture thing, watch your friend's game while they're playing it, while you're playing your game. I'm like, that's cool. I can't focus that way, but hey, if maybe it's not a bad thing. But we're going to move on. I know that you're a huge Tales fan. Tales of let me get this right.
Oh yeah, it's like Luminaria.
Luminaria was trademarked by Bandai Namco in Europe. And I mean, this could be a mobile title. For all we care about.
I think it is personally, yeah, because like Tales of Arise isn't out.
Is not out, and that's like the main title, So I figure.
But here's the thing, like we do know that Tales of Arise was delayed by.
I hope my internet's still kicking everybody.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, if we're talking about like a typical like cycle of releases.
Yeah.
Maybe this would be the time where they're trying to trademark a new game already.
You mean they're going to start working on a new game while maybe next year Tales of Arise comes out, and then after that?
Because it was supposed to come out in 2020.
In 2020.
Right?
So in theory it should be close to done.
I don't know if like the schedule kind of got messed up, where they would have normally released in 2020, and they would have trademarked a game in 2021 or like late 2020 rather.
Right.
But just because Arise isn't even out yet, it kind of crunched those two together, or it could just be a mobile game. There's a ton of mobile games, so I don't know. We don't know yet.
Yeah, that's true. So that's something that's happening. And moving along, we talked about Guilty Gear last week, and we talked about kind of ranked and just kind of the game releasing earlier for certain players and who pre-order it, which, it's fine or whatever. But this week they're talking about like not having a ranked mode. You just hop in a tower and just...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard about that.
Fight people. I don't get it. Like they want to make this game so user friendly. Well, not user friendly. So beginner friendly or something. They're just like, hey, don't worry about ranked points. Don't worry about any of that stuff. That's traditionally now in pretty much any fighting game online or any game when you're doing a rank system to kind of help sort people into categories of, this would be a good match for you. Now we don't know exactly what they're doing, but you're gonna just go to a floor in a tower and fight people. I don't know. What do you feel? Is that cool for you?
I don't know. I think like it could go both ways, because you could have people who are like trying to avoid something like skill-based matchmaking or something like that.
Okay.
Then like if there's no ranked mode, it would be no different than going into a virtual arcade, because like in real life, if you go to an arcade, there's nothing stopping from like a veteran just like sitting at the machine
At
all
the
night,
yeah, that's true. That's true. And they keep winning,
right?
and you just deal with it.
Yeah, it's not like the arcade owner is going to be like, "Excuse me, sir, you're too good. Like you have to sit over there."
That's true.
Like, so that's kind of like it's like an online virtual arcade in that sense. But I don't know. Like I can see that being both good for people
Hmm.
who like want the variety, the randomness, really of being able to like fight against just any kind of opponent.
Hmm.
But then how do you if you're the veteran, let's say, how do you regulate yourself? How do you control yourself to just be like, I'm going to be on this floor, or I'm going to be on this floor?
Yeah, you mean like if there's going to be like a certain tier division within the
Yeah,
floors, and you're like,
yeah,
oh, I want to move up to the next tier level, and I keep, you fight people there, and you keep getting beat. So then you realize, okay, I'm not ready for that. Let me go back down. But then
right,
the
right.
problem becomes like, if you go back down, what if you keep getting people who are just new at the game and not your same level, or at least challenging you? So you don't really feel like there's like a place to go. You know what I mean? Like you just feel like you just keep getting, you can't improve the way you want to gradually.
Right. Right.
Um,
So it's like, I don't know. It's like, and that also means like, how do you prevent people from like just purposely being on a
oh,
lower
just being on the
floor?
lower floor,
Yeah.
just
So like,
smurfing, just smurfing it.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly, exactly.
yeah.
Like, how do you prevent that from happening?
I don't know. I mean, so what Daisuke Watari said, he's the general director at Arc System Works, is we forget all traditions from past titles for once and reconsider how Guilty Gear ought to be like, and that's how we're developing this game. There is a clear split between pros and cons from existing fans in regards to the system reform that left quite an impression, and they've had a lot of feedback on how this is kind of, the game has been going throughout the development process. But we're thinking of a structure that didn't exist in the series until now, where you can enter online battles without any stress. So that, I think they just want to take out the stress from, worrying about dropping a point, dropping a rank, or being on that match point title. But at the same time, like, I think what people want, and I was watching someone, another streamer, talk about this. He was like, just give us straight, press the button, ready. Every fighting game except Arc System Works, and any game in general, has a button that just says play.
So it's like a big pool then,
It's
right?
just a pull. Like, but for Guilty Gear and all these Arc System titles, you have to go into a lobby, right? It's not. It's
Mhm.
it's a virtual lobby, a virtual arcade machine, and like sometimes the virtual arcade machine will not be working. I mean, it's just kind of like all we really want is just to be able to say, hey, put us in a game, let us fight. If you can put some statistics together to say like, hey, you should be able to match against this person, do that.
Yeah, I know.
Just
I think it goes both ways,
yeah.
right? So it either, I don't know. The tier tower thing is just like it's very interesting. We'll see where it goes. I don't know.
So Darius is also
Right.
asking. We're gonna keep moving along here. What do you think about the skill based matchmaking outside of ranked modes, just pubs?
I don't know. I can see it like so. Skill-based matchmaking is in place to just ensure that everyone has like
A
a
fair.
fair fight, and a fun fight. And
Hmm.
it's like I understand. Don't get me wrong. I understand that people like want to win all the time.
Hmm. Hmm.
That like feels good. But I think on paper, skill-based matchmaking is supposed to make it so you both have to work for that win,
Hmm.
and you're winning like on average 50% of that time.
Right, right. There should
Right.
be, in theory, three tiers of people in the lobby. There should be the challenging people that you need to fight. There should be people on your level, and there should be some people below your level.
A little
A
under
little,
you,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And the
Yeah,
people
yeah.
above you aren't necessarily like 10 levels. They're like 5 levels, right? It's like five, like five same, then five under. So everyone's
Right.
kind of within a close range. And like I said, you should be able to have a fun fight. And when you lose the fight, you feel like, okay, it wasn't my fault. I mean, it wasn't the game's fault. It wasn't the other. They won fair and square, kind of that
Yeah, I
thing.
think if it's done well, I think if you lose a fight,
Hmm.
you shouldn't feel like you got stomped. You should feel like you
Right,
had a fighting chance.
right, right.
And you should be like, "Oh, I messed up my input here," or like I kind of dropped my combo string here.
Yep.
As opposed to just being like, "Oh, what? I couldn't do anything. Like I was so overwhelmed."
Like when you get touched in Smash,
Yeah.
or when you get touched in a just like a Marvel versus Capcom, or any type of those like versus games where you're not the better player and you get that one touch of death, you don't move.
Oh
That's
yeah, it's
it.
like MVC2. Like you get hit, and you're suddenly in an infinite,
You
and you're
just
just like
get
you're dead. Yeah,
you're dead.
yeah,
You're dead. You see yourself getting juggled up and down just like
yep.
that. So that is a thing. Darius Stone, we got to give a shout out to the man right here. Thanks for the follow, my friend. And moving along, Sega offers, I'm reading the title, the headline, right off of Polygon.com here, everyone. Sega offers 4 free PC games, including Yakuza
Oh
Streets
yeah,
of Rage mashup. So that
yeah.
happened.
For the 60th anniversary for Sega, right? Yeah,
Right,
that's
right.
pretty cool. Yeah.
So we've got a couple things that Sega's been doing. They've been doing a pretty good job on their 60th anniversary. I think the sales they've had, I think Yakuza, that sale is going to end tomorrow, if I'm not completely sure. But the Yakuza series being on sale on Steam, tons of free-to-play games like Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Knights, I believe, is also up there for free-to-play. You can just like boot it up, start playing it. Fall Guys now has the Sonic the Hedgehog costume in it, which looks pretty good. Sonic got butt. Sonic got butt.
Yeah, it's pretty chunky.
It's pretty chunky. Can we get a Ryza costume in there too?
I don't know. Ask. Yeah, I don't know.
me and my Ryza visions, dreams.
You haven't even played the game yet.
I watch you play the game. That was. I mean, do I need to really play the game? Do I just need to watch I think watching is fine.
I think it's a pretty fun game. If you just want to watch someone play the game, I guess that's fine. It's a pretty decent RPG. So I'm going to play the sequel for sure. It's pretty fun.
It's coming out soon. So yeah, let's see. What am I looking at? The offerings include Street of Kamakuro. Wait, Kamurocho?
Kamurocho, yeah.
Kamurocho. So it's kind of like a Streets of Rage game, but with Yakuza. Did you still want to pull that up on your screen? Did you still want to pull it up?
Oh yeah, I mean,
go
it's
ahead.
Pretty fun, yeah.
So it's free to download and keep, but only from October 17th through the 19th. So hurry up and get that because tonight is the 19th. Or today is going to be the 19th. You can also get Golden Axe, which is, I believe it's from a canceled Golden Axe Reborn, which used to be a game coming from Sega Studios Australia.
It got canceled or something, right?
It got canceled, but you know, I mean, hey, it's cool they're putting it out. I hope the developer's still getting some footage or some money from it. I don't know why I said footage. I saw your screen. I saw footage. I was like, oh, footage. After that, I believe, like I said, you can play Knights, and there's a couple other games that are going to be here all through the 19th. So you can definitely go ahead and do that. Alex is pulling it up right now. The Streets of Rage Kamakura. So what's up, my friend? Welcome to it all. Well, I'm surprised Sega isn't canceled and has Atlas. Yes, Sega still has Atlas. Everybody. Sega's still holding on, everybody. I don't think that, PSO2 is coming later this year. Not later this year. I'm lying. Later next year probably. And it looks great. It looks great. I think that Sega somehow they're still in good shape. A lot of these companies are. Alex is just gonna play away. He's not even gonna talk.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, he's talking. Okay. Well, that's Alex on the screen beating up people. Look at him. Look at him move.
That's me. Like that's actually me.
That's actually you. That's what. That's like game duck trans.
Right now.
Yeah, you're on the streets right now. You are on the streets right now, and you're getting ready for. That's how you get ready for work.
Yeah.
This is how you get ready.
This is literally me on my way to work.
Wait, does that say
my average day?
Is that the Popo? That's the Popo in the background. You're going past the Popo Market, the convenience store. So yes, once again, you can pick this up now. I believe Streets of Kamurocho, which I believe you can get now on Steam.
Yeah, it's only available for like one more day. So you guys are looking at this and you're like, hey, that looks kind of cool. It's free to play. It is a limited time game. Like it's not going to be around forever. It's something they're doing for their 60th anniversary celebration. So if you want this, you should probably just go on Steam right now and just add it to your library, and so you can keep it.
There you go. You were gonna say if you want this, you can get this.
Yeah, just for like one more day.
Okay. Yeah, for one more day. So that's totally happening. And we started out the podcast talking about Genshin Impact, and I don't think we actually talked about this news story after it came out last week, or of course we didn't because it already came out. Anyways, Genshin Impact, congrats to these to MiHoYo. They're doing it big. They're got some new content that's gonna be coming. You got to get your little, Tenandayo. I'm the only one. And that's the real Paimon, everybody. She's here with us in our spirits. But yeah, the game has already made back its development cost in theory. Well, what's been reported of around about $100 million USD. I said $100 million USD, I guess dollars.
100 million USD? Is that really how much they made?
That's what they're saying. In the first 12 days, the game has made upwards of $100 million.
That's a lot of money, man.
Which is they're estimating that the cost of the game itself was about that as well. So in 12 days they made it, coming out on multiple platforms in Japan, Korea, US, China, and other countries, in Europe as well. Pretty much a worldwide release, and a game that's, like we said, it's really phenomenal. We want to play more. I mean, you want to play more. I'm just being distracted by Hades, so that's my issue. But it's pretty cool to see a game like this just really come out and be accepted by people. I mean, I saw another streamer today, a YouTuber who only plays Apex, only does battle royale games, has a video titled "What is Genshin Impact?"
Oh yeah, I mean,
people just don't know this, so they want to try it, and it
helps that it's free to play, and you can it's on pretty much every platform minus I guess Xbox and Switch right now, but it's on your phone, and I would say most people have a phone that could run the game in some capacity. So your barrier of entry is so low.
It's low. It's
so
like it's
low.
there. It's there.
Yeah, it's just like I'm gonna open whatever app store and download it, check it out. Even if you don't like it, you're like, I don't like anime, aesthetics or whatever.
That's true.
What did you lose? What did you lose? You lost time, maybe.
You lost time. That's about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, with these free to play games, like I said, you lose time. But this one actually, even if you don't like the whole gacha system or anything like that, which we talked about this off podcast last time, but how every roll is how much USD?
It's like $40 or
it's
something.
It's like $40 for a 10 roll. $40.
If you're buying the currency with money to do the roll, it's like $40. But most people are just playing the game and
are trying to grind. Yeah, doing
naturally getting the in-game currency. Yeah,
just grind it, and then you can get it. Which I mean, you've had a couple rolls, and you open 9 things, or you open 10, and 9 of them are weapons.
Yeah, it's all weapons. No,
it's all weapons. And you're like, what did I do? What did I do with my life?
I did a 10 roll, and I got 10 weapons, and I'm like, if I had paid $40 for this, I'd be a little upset. I'd be a little mad.
You probably would. I mean, I was upset and I didn't even pay for it. So I'm just like, okay, maybe I'll have better luck next time. But no one gets $40 to just even try it next time for it. Which I guess, they put a lot of content in it, so I can't hate them. I can't hate them completely. Lower the prices, please. Just $20 at least. $20. $10?
No matter what you spend your money on, whether that be gacha or the resin system when you hit the end game, or you spend money on the battle pass or whatever, I think if you spend at least 100 hours, I think
it's worth at least one roll.
It's at least some kind of monetary investment, I think.
I've done it with Apex. I've done it with
with
Overwatch. I did the same thing with,
I did the same thing with Apex, which is a free to play game, but I played that game for hundreds of hours. And I'm like, oh well, at this amount of time that I have invested, and I got at least some kind of enjoyment out of it. Sure, I can justify spending some kind of money on there.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna go down on Genshin Impact and you really don't like it and you're not gonna play for more than 10 hours, then don't spend money on it. Don't do a roll.
Don't feel like you need to. Just play the story. Just play the story. There's plenty of it. There's plenty of the story. So just do that, and let the marketing guys keep calculating for the whales that do pay.
I want to know where the game is gonna go, how what kind of legs the game has.
So I know we were talking to people in the chat. I know Ehe on stream was thinking, and I know he was thinking that this next content update in November is gonna have story content.
Sure, that makes sense because the story's not even done. Obviously,
right.
It's not done at all. Yeah.
But is it too soon? Will it? If it doesn't have story content, will people just kind of put it on the back burner and forget about it? I mean, I think this first update needs something.
Because I know their other game, Honkai Impact, I think they released new story content for the game every 1 or 2 to 3 months or something.
Okay.
It's not a lot of story content. It's just
a couple of.
It's a couple hours of story content.
Okay.
They trickle down every couple months, and then they also add the end game kind of raid style fights.
Okay.
And that's the content, and also one character maybe every patch. So
Okay, that's not too bad.
we'll probably see the same kind of schedule for Genshin Impact.
Those guys they're busy. They are busy. They're super busy. And closing out the news, we just got a couple stories left. Apparently, Rainbow Six Siege is going to be coming to Xbox Game Pass. Now, this isn't confirmed. It's just the fact that
Wow.
the Xbox, I think their Twitter, Xbox Game Pass Twitter, has a image of a castle under attack with 6 rainbows above it. I'm just like, I would send you the link to this so you can post it on screen.
No, that's not Rainbow Six. That's like super gay pride castle or something. Yeah.
And so I was just like, it's like, yeah, I mean, obviously, right? This has to be Rainbow Six, right? So yeah, so they're theorizing, yeah, pretty much it's going to be coming to Game Pass, which means that Game Pass just gets bigger, get bigger and better.
I saw that they're adding Tales of Vesperia to Game Pass.
Oh, for real?
As well
I just bought
PC.
that like last 4 months ago.
No, you bought Berseria.
No, I also bought Vesperia.
You bought Vesperia?
I have both now.
Okay, well it's on Game Pass now it is. Yeah.
Guys, I should never just stop buying games.
Yeah, just subscribe to Game Pass, obviously.
Add this to my Netflix. Dude, what if Game Pass was bundled with Netflix? Like, no, Netflix was bundled with Game Pass?
Oh, I would subscribe in a heartbeat.
Let's go.
Me?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Microsoft, spend the money. Sorry, I got really hyped for that. I got really hyped for that idea.
I would subscribe in a heartbeat.
Oh, man. And finally, I don't know, Animal Crossing, Joe Biden, he has an island. He's going to unveil it.
Wait, what? Sorry?
So I think I saw this story and I was just like,
You
what?
just said a bunch of words to me. Animal Crossing Joe Biden has an island.
And it rhymes. Joe Biden has an island.
Sure.
Maybe not, hopefully not in real life. I hope it's not. Yeah, but so last week, Joe Biden unveiled his Animal Crossing island in New Horizons. Just for, just to grab that young vote, just to...
Sure, yeah, like the 20 to 35 demographic.
Exactly. Bring it on in. Make sure we vote. Game Over Greggy, aka Greg Miller, I guess, was, they have their show, and he was featured on it in his island. So that's cool. Joe Biden, he's a gamer.
Well,
he's a gamer.
Oh, sure, okay.
He's like me.
Yeah, Joe, yeah. Yeah, all right. He gets me.
He gets me. That's the thing.
He really understands my issues.
He
sure.
understands.
Yeah, okay.
He is working for my vote. You know what? He is working for it on an island with animals.
Like a metaphor for something, or like is that a metaphor for America, or like what? Like you?
I don't know. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. And finally, unfortunately, we're gonna end on some. I guess this is good news and bad news all at the same time. Once Destiny Beyond Light, that's coming out pretty soon. I guess November 21st, along with all these next gen consoles and everything. So, kudos to that. But unfortunately, Deej is going to be leaving. That's their community manager, if I remember correctly. I mean, I've he's been doing so many posts, and ever since I've been playing Destiny, back when it launched, he's definitely been a member of the community, and definitely helped make Destiny a better game for all of us. Well, explain Destiny in better ways for all of us, even through the hard times, which there's pretty much 80% of Destiny has been hard times. So that man has been doing some work. I'm gonna put it right there. He's kept us, he's kept everyone, holding on. But he'll be leaving. And yeah, so he'll, we wish him the best of luck in his next endeavors. He said, my final edition of This Week at Bungie closes with a personal note about the triumphant conclusion of my 9 years at your service. The next destination on my professional journey lies down another path, but I'll always enjoy retracing the steps we've taken together.
Nice.
One tier.
Right. Single solidarity tier.
The single solidarity tier. And that's it, everybody. We're this actually went pretty well. I gotta say, went pretty well. How do you feel? First live podcast. What did you just call? Superito.
Super lit.
Oh, I thought she was saying something else. I was like, oh, okay. So super lit. It was super lit. Okay.
Super lit.
Super lit. What is the last? What the last part? It's like she stuttered. Like.
Oh, it's Japanese.
Oh yeah. Oh, I hear it now. I hear it now.
Yep.
So every time he's just reaching down, you can get super lit. Boner Jam, thanks for the hydrate on that, man. It was super lit. I gotta say, I enjoyed this a lot. It was a little rough. We didn't know how it was gonna go. We didn't know how it was gonna go at all.
Yeah, I don't know. My internet dropped out twice.
Yeah, I know. It dropped out at one point. I was like, I hope my internet. I thought it was my internet.
No, it's my internet. It dropped out twice.
You know,
I've been changing around my desk area.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I had to run a RJ45 extension, a coupler, so two cables mating basically, like docking.
You mated two cables together and made.
Yeah, I don't know how the coupler's working out. I might have just run a very, very long RJ45 cable. Yeah.
But yeah, you know, so thanks everyone for definitely for joining, everyone in the chat for sure. You know, we'll be catching you all. We're gonna try to do this every week. Like holding our breath. We're gonna have to figure out how the audio part works because right now we're still a little bobo. We're still a little janky over here. I ain't gonna lie, we're still a little jank. You know,
we could have actually we could just do local recordings. So you record locally in like Audacity.
I don't have enough. Oh, you know what? I should get Audacity if it takes less RAM too.
And then I'll just do a recording locally, and then we'll stitch them together.
And we'll stitch them together. That's smart.
How much RAM do you have? I don't understand.
I don't know why. It's
you have
just
like 8.
No. I thought I have 16.
Well, then you should be fine. I don't know.
I don't know. My computer's just like, you don't have enough RAM.
That's so funny.
Yeah, probably just need more stuff. So once again, you know, you can follow myself and Root. You can see it on the bottom of the screen, or myself and Alex at NinjaTrixta and at Root24. Definitely give him a follow. Give me a follow. Give us all a follow. And let us know how you feel about this on our Twitter at UGP_cast. You can also follow us on Instagram at UGP_cast. And you can also look forward to this being up probably in Friday or something like that on the YouTube channel at Unknown Games Podcast. You can see our lovely voices and faces.
You can see our voices, yeah.
You can see our voices and hear our... Huh?
No, what?
Big money, fast cars.
Okay.
Okay, everybody. Well, as always, you know what I gotta say. You set the tone. Go play some games. Enjoy your life. And, you know, just give $1 to the next person you see.
Yeah. You can donate to us.
We are the next person you see.
Yeah, or you could sub to one or both of us on Twitch, actually. Head on over and just click that fancy subscribe button.
This all became marketing. Yeah. Anyways, we'll catch you next week for episode number 56 of the Unknown Games Podcast. Take it easy and enjoy this outro music. Let's hit it, everybody!
Hey, pussy boys!
Yeah.